Hello and welcome. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Our top story tonight: Prime Minister Narendra Modi released biography of late Lakshman Rao Kirloskar in Delhi today. PM also released a stamp on completion of 100 years of Kirloskar Brothers Limited. Speaking at the occasion, PM said that the focus of the government is to make a better business environment for India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Singapore Senior Minister and Coordinating Minister for Social Policies, Tharman Shanmugaratnam. Prime Minister and Shanmugaratnam expressed satisfaction at the rapid pace of the bilateral relations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today held an extensive interaction with leading business stalwarts, discussed ways to improve growth and job creation. Top industries including Ratan Tata, Mukesh Ambani, Gautam Adani, among others, were present in the meeting. Violence broke out in Jawaharlal Nehru University campus on Sunday evening. At least 34 people, including JNU Students' Union President Aishi Ghosh, were injured as chaos reigned on the campus for nearly 2 hours. JNU administration on Sunday said masked miscreants armed with sticks were roaming around on the campus. In the wake of violence, JNU Vice-Chancellor M. Jagdish Kumar has appealed to all students to maintain peace. He also said that the university stands by all the students to facilitate their pursuit of academic activities. Vice-Chancellors also ensured that the winter semester registration will take place without any hindrance. Union Home Minister Amit Shah spoke to Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal on the issue. Home Minister also spoke to the Delhi Police Commissioner and has ordered an inquiry by a joint CP-level officer. Speaking on the JNU violence, DCP Southwest Devendra Arya said that Delhi police has registered an FIR. He further said that investigation is on and social media as well as CCTV footages will be part of the investigation. JNU administration submits report to HRD Ministry stating sequence of events that happened in the university. The ministry has termed the incident as very unfortunate and highly condemnable, saying such acts of violence and anarchy will not be tolerated. Slamming opposition parties for creating an environment of violence in universities across the country, Union Minister Prakash Javadekar demanded strict investigation into the matter. Home Minister Amit Shah laid the foundation stone of Delhi Cycle Walk project today. The project aims to make mobility economical for Delhiites, fight pollution and also transform the city into the most walkable and cycle-friendly city. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addressed the gathering of traders at the 37th Confederation of All India Traders in Ramlila Maidan in New Delhi. The minister said that government is well aware of the issues faced by traders and is bound to help them by taking major steps. The Election Commission has announced poll dates for Delhi Assembly elections. Voting is scheduled in a single phase on 8th of February. Counting of votes is on 11th February. Supreme Court seeks explanation from Assam government over the allegation that the state coordinator for NRC was making communal statements. The bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bopde was hearing the petition, which also sought removal of the state coordinator. BJP began a 10-day nationwide mass contact drive from Sunday to mobilize support for the Citizenship Amendment Act. During the 10-day long campaign, party leaders and workers will contact 3 crore families to garner support for the CAA. As part of the BJP's door-to-door 10-day campaign to spread awareness about the Citizenship Amendment Act, Amit Shah visited homes in Delhi's Lajpat Nagar and talked to people about the benefits of the amended citizenship law. He also distributed literature on the subject and urged people to go through it. Various union ministers and senior leaders, including Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad took part in the campaign in different parts of the country. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar talked to his Iranian counterpart Mohammad Javad Zarif on Sunday. The External Affairs Minister in a tweet said India remains deeply concerned about the levels of tension. He added that both of them agreed to remain in touch. Dr. S. Jaishankar also held a telephonic discussion with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on the evolving situation in the Gulf region. In a tweet, he said that he has highlighted India's stakes and concerns during the telephonic conversation. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh and Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath addressed a press conference in Lucknow on Sunday and declared that Defence Expo 2020 will be held in Lucknow during the month of February. Cold wave continue in most parts of North India. In Himachal Pradesh, the Met Department has issued orange and yellow alerts for heavy rain and snowfall for the next 2 days. 8 people were injured after a major fire broke out in a commercial building in Kamatipur locality of Mumbai on Monday. The blaze erupted around 9:15 a.m. in the ground plus one-story China building located in Baghdadi count of Kamatipura. In the view of the recent attack at the Nankana Sahib Gurdwara in Pakistan, a delegation of leaders of Shiromani Akali Dal met Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar. Shiromani Akali Dal submitted a memorandum and urged the government to take up the matter at international fora. The anti-terrorism squad of Gujarat Police, in a joint operation with Indian Coast Guard, seized a Pakistani boat carrying narcotic substance worth 175 crore today from mid-sea in the Kutch coast of Gujarat. 5 Pakistanis have been arrested and are brought to Gujarat ATS office at Ahmedabad. The Supreme Court on Monday said that Vijay Mallya cannot use pendency of his plea in the apex court to stall insolvency proceedings initiated against him in other jurisdictions. A bench headed by Chief Justice S. A. Bopde passed the order after the centre told the top court that Mallya used pendency of his plea to stall the UK court from delivering verdict in insolvency proceedings. The Supreme Court upheld the Bombay High Court decision to close the defamation case filed by Nusli Wadia against Ratan Tata. The criminal defamation case was filed by Nusli Wadia seeking Rs 3,000 crore damages in wake of his removal as an independent director of Tata Sons. Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs has asked Director General of Foreign Trade to beef up its system used for accrediting exporters after investigating brought to the fore integrated goods and services tax fraud by some star status holding exporters. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says that Russia has pushed for Delhi's entry into the Eurasian Economic Union, which will open up opportunities of third country partnerships in Central Asia-Eurasian region. Monday's mayhem on the Dalal Street eroded Rs 3 lakh crore worth of investor wealth by midday after US President Donald Trump threatened to slap sanctions on Iraq like they have never seen before. Services sector activity index improved from 52.7 in November to 53.3 in December, highlighting the second strongest rate of increase in output in over a year. Government has downsized its fourth bid for monetization of toll assets by around Rs 2,000 crore as it seeks to attract smaller investments that will help monetize assets faster. Sensex closed at 40,676.63, down by 1.90%. Nifty closed at 11,993.05, down by 233.60 points. The Indian rupee dropped 13 paise to close at 71.93 against the US dollar. Meanwhile, crude benchmark Brent futures quoted the rise in crude oil prices by 1.37% and closed at USD 69.64 per barrel. Gold prices closed at Rs 40,825 per 10 grams. Silver prices closed at Rs 48,500 per kg. In Croatia, former Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic won presidential election, ousting Kolinda Grabar-Kitarovic, the sitting president, in a runoff vote. In the second and final round of the election, Milanovic won almost 53% of the vote, while Kitarovic, candidate of the ruling centre-right Croatian Democratic Union, received 47%. In Venezuela, President Nicolas Maduro recognized Luis Parra as the new parliament speaker after the lawmaker proclaimed himself the successor to opposition leader Juan Guaido. Maduro endorsed the election of the legislator Luis Parra as the country's new Congress chief after troops blocked opposition leader Juan Guaido from entering parliament. In a tragic incident, at least 5 people were killed and about 60 injured in a Pennsylvania turnpike crash on Sunday involving a tour bus, 3 tractor trailers and a passenger vehicle. The bus, which was headed to Cincinnati on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, hit the embankment on a downhill curve in Mount Pleasant Township. 2 tractor trailers hit the bus and another tractor trailer then crashed into the first 2. It was not immediately clear what caused the bus to hit the embankment. The National Transportation Safety Board has sent a team to the crash site to investigate. In Libya, at least 30 people have been killed and 33 others wounded in an attack on a military academy in the Libyan capital, Tripoli. The majority of the victims were military students of the academy from cities across Libya, aged between 18 and 22. The Iraqi parliament called on the government to work to end all foreign troop presence as a backlash grew after the killing of a top Iranian military commander and an Iraqi military leader in a US strike in Baghdad. A resolution passed by a special session of parliament said the government should cancel its request for assistance from a US-led coalition. Speaking on the deadly bushfire which has devastated the country, Australia Prime Minister Scott Morrison has said that they will commit an extra $2 billion over the next 2 years to help cover the cost of rebuilding as bushfires ravaged the country. He further added that the government is committed to provide immediate response for rebuilding and the recovery. Last rites of Qasem Soleimani will take place on Tuesday in Iran. Mourners packed the streets of Tehran early this morning for ceremonies to pay homage to top Iranian military commander Qasem Soleimani. Clutching portraits of their hero in their hands, the crowd gathered on the outskirts of Tehran University, where the supreme leader is to preside over prayers for the slain general. In another incident of minority killing in Pakistan, Ravinder Singh, a 25-year-old Sikh, was killed by unidentified persons in Peshawar. The body was found under Chamkani police station area. Investigation is on into the matter. MEA has said Pakistan should stop prevaricating and take immediate action to apprehend and give exemplary punishment to the perpetrators of the crime. Outbreak of bird flu in Poland has claimed the lives of more than 1 lakh fowls in the Labato area, an important poultry farming region. It's not clear how bird flu virus found its way to the farms. Poland is Europe's largest poultry producer. It last had an outbreak of bird flu in 2017. China's express delivery sector will handle over 70 billion parcels in 2020. The sector delivered a total of 63 billion parcels in 2019, up 24% year-on-year, with the total revenue reaching 745 billion yuan, up by 23%. The United States House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said that the House will introduce and vote on a war powers resolution this week to limit US President Donald Trump's military actions regarding Iran. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has defended the US airstrike which killed Iranian military commander Qasem Soleimani. Pompeo said that the US administration is committed to protect American lives and that the United States will have a decisive and vigorous response to retaliatory action by Iran. NATO ambassadors will gather in Brussels for an urgent meeting convened by the head of the military alliance to discuss the situation in the Middle East. NATO ambassadors meeting was organized at short notice after the alliance decided on Saturday to suspend its training mission in Iraq over security risks. In Iran, the cabinet has announced the decision to take the fifth and final step to reduce commitments to the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, popularly referred as the 2015 nuclear deal. The cabinet said Iran will observe no restrictions in operational areas, including enrichment capacities, enrichment percentage, and the volume of enriched material, as well as research. Japanese Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi is visiting Vietnam. The visit to Vietnam is aimed at strengthening the cooperation between the two countries at regional and international levels, as well as bilateral economic relations, including the reception of foreign workers to Japan. French workers returning from the holiday period face transport woes anew, with train, metro and bus lines still disrupted by a 33-day strike. Much of France has been crippled by a national transport strike since the protests against pension reforms began a month ago. Another big nationwide demonstration is due on January 9th. A bus hit the roadside explosion in the northwest region of Burkina Faso, killing 14 people, including 7 children and 4 women on board. In eastern Africa's Mozambique, several people were killed in an ambush on a small bus on the side of a main road in a province in the northern part of the country. Venezuela's parliament swore in legislator Luis Parra as its new leader after government security forces blocked opposition leader Juan Guaido from entering parliament in what Guaido's allies called a parliamentary coup. According to opposition leaders, the incident showed that Maduro has flouted basic democratic principles by using intimidation. The Kenyan police have arrested 3 men who tried to force their way into a British Army training camp on the same day that Al-Shabaab extremists attacked a military base and killed 3 US military personnel. The 3 terrorist suspects were arrested after trying to enter the British Army training unit. Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah has promised to target US forces in the region in retaliation for the killing of top Iranian and Iraqi commanders in a United States drone attack earlier this week. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe on Monday encouraged a de-escalation of tensions in the Middle East, calling on all parties involved to step up diplomatic efforts, expressing his deep concern over a recent spike in tensions after the United States conducted an airstrike. The local governments in East China's Yangtze River Delta have signed an agreement on interregional cooperation in protecting the ecological environment in Taihu Lake Basin to further promote integrated, high-quality ecological development there. China's heaviest satellite, Shijian-20, which was launched into space in late December, has reached its final position after 9 days of flight and 7 rounds of orbital shifting. A girl at her late 20s from southwest China's Sichuan province in preserving the traditional Chinese craft of wood carving. Wood carving is a folk craft with a long history in China, which now is extinguishing as it needs long time to practice. China Post has officially issued the New Year of the Rat stamps in Beijing for the upcoming Chinese Lunar New Year, which lands on January 25th. A total of 8,000 stamp albums have been published to mark the new year. The capital of Myanmar observed the 72nd Independence Day 2020 with state flag hoisting and saluting ceremony in front of its city hall. The 4th Winter Fish Catching Festival was held at the Babao Sea Reservoir in Fuxin, Mongolia. The event attracted over 5,000 tourists to watch the scene. The number of golden monkeys in central China's Hubei province has increased over the last decade, with almost 1,500 of the monkeys now roaming in the park. Thousands of excited children and their families lined one of Madrid's main streets to witness the annual Three Kings Parade led by the three wise men Melchior, Caspar and Balthazar. Performers dressed in colorful outfits took part in parade. The annual Harbin International Ice and Snow Festival kicked off with bang of fireworks and display of spectacular ice sculptures in the China's one of the coldest cities near Siberia. Kane Tanaka has extended her record as the world's oldest person by celebrating her 117th birthday at a nursing home in Fukuoka in southern Japan. Australia beat New Zealand by 279 runs at the SCG in the third test. The Australians dismantled the Black Caps for 136, wrapping up the series at 3-0 as they claimed all 5 tests of the home summer inside 4 days for the first time. Nathan Lyon captured 5 for 50 and 10 match wickets as Australia crushed New Zealand in the 3-test series. The off-spinner led the powerful Australian bowling attack to dismiss the Kiwis for 136 and seal another heavy win over the Black Caps. Batsmen Marnus Labuschagne and David Warner starred again. Warner scored his third century of the summer, unbeaten on 111 from 159 balls. India's legendary World Cup winning captain Kapil Dev turned 61 today. Social media was flooded with wishes for the all-rounder who led India to glory in the 1983 World Cup and is regarded as one of the greatest captains in the history of cricket. The first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka was abandoned due to damp patches on the track. It started pouring 15 minutes before the scheduled time after India's skipper won the toss and elected to bowl. A washed-out series opener Shikhar Dhawan has one game less to make a statement in his quest to outperform and inform KL Rahul, making the opener's fortunes an interesting subplot of India's second T20 international against Sri Lanka on Tuesday. Plagued by injuries in 2019, Shikhar Dhawan is aiming for a fresh start in this year and wants to become a more impactful batsman in his quest to help India lift the ICC T20 World Cup in Australia. The ICC's Cricket Committee is set to discuss the 4-day test proposal in March despite growing criticism from the world's leading players including India captain Virat Kohli. Former Pakistan speedster Shoaib Akhtar has rubbished the idea of making Test cricket a 4-day affair, alleging that it is a conspiracy against Asian teams and the BCCI will not let it happen. Spin legend Shane Warne said that he has decided to auction his baggy green cap to raise funds for the Akhtar 4-day test is conspiracy against Asian Games devastating bushfire victims of Australia. Warne made the announcement by posting a statement on his Twitter handle. Japanese sensation Naomi Osaka has revealed her excitement at meeting her idol Beyoncé, saying the US singer smelled expensive and gave her a morale-boosting pep talk at a low point last year. Mario Balotelli lashed out after again being targeted by racist insults from Lazio fans after he scored for Brescia in a 2-1 Serie A defeat, telling his tormentors that they should be ashamed of their selves. Paris Saint-Germain arrested superstars Neymar and Kylian Mbappe before defeating 6th-year Linas Montpellier 6-0 in the French Cup as the amateur side, and self-confessed fans of their moneyed rivals were left to do a missed penalty when trailing just 1-0. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp described Takumi Minamino as super and outstanding after the Japanese international made his debut in the 1-0 FA Cup win over Everton. The 24-year-old Minamino, who is from Salzburg in Austria, was part of a much-changed Reds lineup at Anfield. Everton manager Carlo Ancelotti is planning an immediate inquest into his side's embarrassing FA Cup defeat against Liverpool's youngsters. Ancelotti's team wasted a golden opportunity to win at Anfield for the first time since 1999. Liverpool inflicted fresh misery on Merseyside rivals Everton as a superb strike from teenager Curtis Jones sealed a 1-0 win in the FA Cup. Jones' second-half curler sent Anfield into ecstasy as the club's youth academy graduates handed Everton an embarrassing derby defeat. India's 36-year-old Grandmaster P. Magesh Chandran remained unbeaten in 9 rounds to win the title in the 95th edition of the prestigious Hastings International Chess Congress in England. He beat fellow Indian GM Deep Sengupta in the 8th round. Serena Williams and Caroline Wozniacki termed to win a first-round match at the ASCB Classic in Auckland. Williams and Wozniacki overwhelmed Japan's Naomi Ino and Mikito Ninomiya by 6-2, 6-4. The pair jointly have won 24 Grand Slam titles. India's first Formula One driver Narayan Karthikeyan announced his exit from the Japanese Super GT Championship despite an impressive debut season in sports car racing. Vince Carter became the first NBA player to play in 4 different decades. Carter has also played against veteran Michael Jordan. Atlanta Hawks star Carter began his career in 1999. 36 current NBA players, including 4 of his teammates, were born after Carter's debut. New Zealand batsman Leo Carter creates history by becoming the 7th cricketer in the world to hit 6 sixes in an over like Ravi Shastri and Yuvraj Singh in domestic T20 tournament. The 25-year-old left-handed batsman smashed left-arm spinner Anton Devcic 6 times during his stunning unbeaten knock of 70 off just 29 balls in a domestic T20 tournament Super Smash match. Joaquin Phoenix awarded Golden Globe for the Best Actor in Motion Picture Drama for Joker. Actor and singer Taron Egerton wins the Best Actor Golden Globe Award for his commendable performance in the biopic of Elton John, Rocketman. American actress Renée Zellweger wins Best Actress Golden Globe Award for her best performance in the drama picture Judy. Tom Hanks honored with Lifetime Achievement Award at Golden Globe. The Cecil B. DeMille Award is given annually to an actor, director or producer who has made a lasting impact on the film industry. Al Pacino starrer Amazon drama Hunter is set to release on February 21st. The series has been executive produced by Oscar-winning writer Jordan Peele. Its official trailer was released on Twitter on January 3rd. Paresh Rawal to play former Indian President APJ Abdul Kalam in a biopic. The actor tweeted to confirm the news. The film will be made in Hindi and English. Varun Dhawan, Shraddha Kapoor grooved on Delhi streets for launch of Song of Illegal Weapon 2.0. The actors looked stunning in their funky avatar and also entertained the viewers with their killer moves. Nora Fatehi replaces Pariniti Chopra in Abhishek Dudhaiya's Bhuj, the pride of India. John Abraham and Aditya Roy Kapoor to lead in the upcoming Equivalent 2. The film is expected to go on floors in the second half of 2020. Filmmaker A.R. Murugadoss revealed that Rajnikant's starrer Darbar will deal with the subject of sex crimes. The film is set to hit the theatres on January 9th. Neil Nair, the 14-year-old musical prodigy, set a new world record of learning and playing the most number of musical instruments by an individual. The Indian-born young achiever in the US has stunned the world with his prowess of playing 44 types of musical instruments. Well, that's all we have on this news bulletin. Stay tuned for more updates.